But in physics, there isn't any way. You can't just ignore this uncertainty that creeps in with Heisenberg and is even more prominent for the photon. I wrote to Heisenberg about that, and he copped out on me. He said, well, maybe that was proper, but he himself, he had to remain a physicist and stick to the statistics. See, what I'd asked him was, could I extend his principle of uncertainty that he'd applied to the electron? You try to see the electron, and in order to see it, you move it so that your information isn't valid. I said, well, what about the photon? If you were to see a photon, you have to eliminate it. And then you can't predict anything about it at all. So there's no... See, the electron, it's something like 1% uncertainty. But with the photon, it's 100%.
Wouldn't the implications of Heisenberg and Goedel and company be that you can have no system, no rational system, which could describe the nature of things with any certainty, and is the very attempt to create such a system therefore not bound to fail?
I buy everything you said except the last. The attempt may expand the borders, but you'll never get to the end. I mean, the uncertainty is going to be there, whatever. And I'm only disappointed that the Gödel, you see, proved that you could logically show that there were propositions in logic that couldn't be proved, or that logic was incomplete. Now, I think that was a great start, but they haven't done much about it. They just display it as a sort of Baedeker 4-star item. You must stop and look at this monument that Gödel has created. Because it can become the basis of something like this, in where you recognize the uncertainty as the generating principle. And in a sense, this is a rationalism, but it's not a rationalism that denies the existence of the uncertainty. It's one that accepts it.